Directors is called to order. Pearl, will help us close the meeting.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Secretary, please call the roll.
Director Apple.
Here.
Director Dugan.
here.
Director Hart.
Here.
Director Honchar.
He's not able to make it tonight.
Director Mendoza.
Here.
Director O'Brien.
She's not able to make it tonight.
Director Schell.
Present.
Director Zaleski.
Here.
Here. There's a time at the beginning of every meeting we allow the public to comment on any issues that are on the agenda. Is there anyone that would like to speak on an agenda item tonight? Seeing no one, we'll move on. Dr. Piper, you have something?
Thank you. I'd like to welcome, as those of you know that were here at our last board meeting, we say goodbye to Mrs. Carlynton and welcome John McAdoo as the building principal down at Carlynton. John has done a fantastic job as assistant principal for a high school, and the time is right for him to step up and move on to a principal position. That afforded us an opportunity in turn to expand and build on our administrative team. And after an extensive search and interview process, I'm pleased to welcome tonight our new high school assistant principal, Mrs. Rachel Gattuso, coming to us from Plum. We are as superintendent. I'm very excited to have you join the team. I think you and Mr. Loughran are going to work well together. I think our kids are going to benefit, and I think you're going to be a great fit with the board, faculty, and the rest of the Act 93 team. And on behalf of the board and the staff, I'd like to present you with a little gift bag, and then
Thank you.
we have some cake and coffee.
How are you? That's all right.
And sorry, for the school board, I appreciate this opportunity, and I am extremely excited to get going here with Mr. Loughran and the Carlynton School District, whenever I get to start. So thank you for the opportunity, and I look forward to seeing all of you.
Yeah, now if we can have a little cake, people want to.
All right, so we're going to reconvene the meeting. Thank you for helping us educate. I guess I got to officially go back to the gallery. Thank you very much. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the August 1st, 2016 meeting. Do I have such a motion? Moved. Do I have a second? Second. Moved and second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Abstentions?
Yes.
Not here, not here, not here. So,
It passed 403 abstaining. And nobody's abstaining because they have a conflict of interest.
do you have the director? Director Schell? Director Hart? Director. Okay, motion passes, thank you. Actually, we have I'll report that we had an executive session prior to the main meeting here where we discussed contracts, personnel, and real estate issues. Now I will turn to Dr. Piper for administrative reports.
Thank you. One of the things that's come out, there's a couple bills that are passing the legislature that could affect our operation. Some are a little more in the distant future than others. But I think the one that I'm interested in as superintendent is the alternative requirements for graduation that are being kicked around. One of those requirements is one of the things that I'm in favor of is they're going to do away with project-based assessment. Just as a reminder, project-based assessment was a test for students who had not passed the Keystone exams after 2 tries. And then the assessment was something that was given by the state to the students. The original discussion had that it was going to be a project-based assessment that each individual district was going to put together, but in reality that turned into another state assessment the kids got to take. One of the things they suggested for the 4 options, that was one of them. One of the options to demonstrate competency for graduating seniors involves a composite score of 3 Keystone exams that you could set. Again, the problem there is there's not a definition of what the composite score is going to be. It's going to be an average, it's going to be median, it's going to be some of the scores. We need more information on that. One of the scores is demonstration. Option 2 is a demonstration of competency in equivalent standards-based tests, such as the SAT, AP exam, ACT, International Baccalaureate, or AP exam. Again, my concern is those exams aren't the same as the Keystone exams. So how is that going to work out if we accept that for kids? Not every kid is an AP exam, of course. Third option for kids really affects kids who are in CTCs, as in Parkway, and those kids will be able to take the NOCTI and then demonstrate that they master competency in the standards-based course. And so those are what we're getting to get more information on and when they're going to become active. So we've got an eye on that as it's going to affect our kids and what years it's going to affect it. What frustrates me is how are they going to do these things and what's the timeline? So PD put out a big report on it, so we're still waiting to hear from that. There's also a House bill that's going forward that talks about school district consolidation. For those of you who may remember when Ed Rendell left office, and the last couple of days he was talking about consolidating schools, that we have 100 districts down from 500. For consolidation, there really has to be strong support on both sides of the aisle. If that would happen and districts would consolidate, I'm sure there'd be a lot of resistance because so many community identities are tied up in their local school districts and high schools particularly. So again, it's only a House resolution at this point, but it's something to keep an eye on because there are discussions in the Commonwealth, again, about consolidation. This comes up every now and then. So those are some of the things that are coming out of Harrisburg that, we're in August and coming back to school that we're paying close attention to, but need more information on. I know for our own district, we're almost up and ready to go for the kids to come back. The teachers are coming back on Wednesday. There's still some cleaning that needs to be done. Dennis has been here, and the maintenance crew has been stripping the halls and getting the rooms ready. I know Brian's been working very hard with our new information management system for the students. Getting that together, we had a delay in distribution of schedules. We're talking to Mr. Lochran, and we're optimistic the schedules could be ready by Wednesday, and hopefully be able to get them out to the kids in high school. So, right now we've got books that are in the high school office that are ready to get packed, supplies are in, and high school orientation is going on this evening with Mrs. Fuso. We're also going to be in the hunt for a school nurse. I've got an interview set up for Friday. Mrs. Sanovic, the high school nurse, accepted a position in another district. So there's a lot going on with 1 week to go, but I'm pretty confident we'll be ready when the kids come and parents drop them off and we open our doors. At this time, I'd like to turn to Mrs. Burleson.
Well, we are excited with just a week left, or a couple of days before teachers. They've been coming in already and putting together their classrooms. We have lots of new things that are going to be happening this year, or revamped ideas as well. I gave you a packet, I sent out a newsletter that I've already kind of talked to you about at the last one I was in with recess before lunch. So that's how I informed the parents. about this, and I've got some really good positive feedback from parents and mostly teachers after I kind of explain the idea. Change is hard all the time for everybody. So we're really excited to see how this works out and see if the research back, like what comes from this, shows in that research that I was reading. And the 5-day rotation too, we are going to start this year, and Carnegie will do the same. Everyone's really happy about that. So we won't miss any days. Usually Monday, Fridays are the days that we're off, and that the kids are behind in gym, or even sign up for computer lab, they miss Monday. So everything's going to be based on a 5-day rotation. So that would be helpful. In your packet, I also included something we're going to do this year. We are taking PAWS to the next level. So it's going to be PAWS 200. So those of you who come in, you'll see a 200 grid board in the office. And PAWS will now be passed out deliberately, meaning each week I'll give 24 PAWS out to assigned teachers. And that way I can take some great data, making sure everybody passes out their PAWS and who gets them. So in that week, they're expected to pass the PAW to somebody. And then the next part of it is pretty much the same. The student gets the PAW, they take it to the office, and we've revamped it to, they'll sign an autograph book, and they'll get that positive praise. They'll also get a sticker, so everybody in the school can see that they earned it. They'll pick a number from an envelope, and they'll put that PAW on the grid, so their name will be public. And then when a lineup happens, kind of like bingo, we'll call it the PAW lineup. I'll announce it on the loudspeaker, and they'll get a mystery prize, and there's that mystery to it, so they'll be excited. And a piece to that also, which will motivate the staff to continue with this kind of positive climate, they'll get some sort of mystery prize too. So it'll be a whole community, a whole school-wide change, but it's going to promote that positivity that's going to happen. So it's just taking PAWS to the next level, not getting rid of it. And the great thing, this kind of coincides with the lunch and recess, because now recess, people will be expected to pass them out, custodians will be expected to pass them out, secretaries, anyone. So everybody's involved, so we're really excited about that. And then just a couple accomplishments I wanted to share. We're going to get our banner this week because we are now a Common Sense Digital Citizenship Certified School. So that's exciting. I help.
And that's teaching kids to be safe online and be digital citizens.
Exactly. So I looked into this, and Jill and I worked together.
Jill Rochelle?
Jill Rochelle, the librarian, because that's where we're going to implement it through library. So there's lessons that need to be taught, and she did it anyways, so we figured we could be recognized for it. So she did it through Carnegie too, so Carnegie should get a banner as well. And then we also received a grant through the Carnegie Science Center to continue our STEM action plans. So that's going to be through the whole district, can be part of that as well. So a couple of exciting things and new things.
Let's think of the 5-day rotation a little bit further.
Sure. So if you look at the calendar, I also included, every month we pass out a calendar, and on the calendar will, in the corner, for Crafton anyways, will be the day. So it's very simple for the first 2 weeks of school, because Monday lines up with 1, Tuesday lines up with 2. So day 1 will always be, instead of Monday always being, like say, gym, day 1 will always be gym. So this will be great, and then after Labor Day, it starts to, doesn't kind of coincide with the Monday, Tuesday. That way, it was like every Monday passes was gym, because that seems to be the most days we have off, or Mondays, or music. So they, the special teachers would be upset because the other classrooms are behind. Or computer time, they all sign up for like Monday. Then a classroom is upset because they kind of didn't get their Monday. So instead of missing Monday, if we miss Monday, day 2 would be Tuesday would be day 1. So it would just continue. If that makes sense.
Okay.
No?
It's all right, I'll figure it out.
I actually grew up with this at the junior and senior high level, and it worked really well because in the situation at the high school level, say you have chemistry lab, and your chemistry lab's on Monday, and you've got Labor Day, and then we always have the Monday after Thanksgiving off, and we always have the Monday
Got
after
it.
Easter off, so you're
I think
missing that
this changes
class
for
all
each
the
person.
time.
Got it.
So this way,
School-wide, whatever school-wide whatever day one is, will be that Tuesday instead of it being Monday.
So if you leave school on day 3 and it's Friday, and you have Monday off, you come back Tuesday and it's day 4. Not a Tuesday schedule, it's
So
a day 4
the
schedule.
name of days don't matter so much anymore, it's
Just
the
the
number.
number, okay.
What
We-
number days the day.
We did that over at East Allegheny on Tree, so it was nice as we could actually squeeze more content in, different activities, and the kids knew, you know, for some of the things, it just gave us more flexibility to do more.
But in that week, you would miss day 5, because of day.
But that's what Monday would be.
And then Monday would be day.
Never miss
You never miss a,
That's perfect.
Right, but if you plan it out long, then you can assign like longer in-depth assignments, because kids more
Right.
time to do it and follow up.
Okay, excellent, thank you. You're welcome.
Mr. Christie?
I wanted to advise the board that our local auditors, the firm of Hozak, Speck, Metzel and Wood, are currently involved in conducting the school audit for the fiscal year ended June 30, 2015. They were here 2 days earlier in the month. They're physically here most of this week, and then they'll be back in September to wrap up their field work. So typically, we have a good idea of what our fund balance will be around the first week of October. So we'll provide that. The report is issued from the firm generally a week or so before Christmas, and then we have a representative of the firm come out at one of our January board member meetings to go over that report. So we're on schedule with receiving the information we need to make decisions going forward. They showed up today with an additional member, so physically they'll have 3 people here as opposed to 2, so I'm hoping they wrap up this quicker than they have in the past. Any questions? Here's a big one. These 10. They're in the second year of a 3-year contract. Right.
Mr. Dave is out, so I'm gonna go with Mr. Regan.
Most of the focus is on the new student information system. Still trying to finalize schedules and a lot of other small miscellaneous items. Been going around to the schools, trying to help out with reports and trying to do a little bit of one-on-one with some of the principals and some of the secretaries. The rest of this week, there will be a trainer from eSchool on site doing some final beginning of the year reviews, making sure that all of our setups are in place and they're all correct, helping with a little scheduling if need be. We're also going to be going over some medical data and transcripts and a couple other miscellaneous items, so they will be here the rest of the week to work on that. Few things that still need to be done. I still have some miscellaneous new student accounts to be made. Some phone numbers need switched, some specialty software from some of the high school classes still need to be installed and stuff. But we're looking pretty good for the start of the year.
Anybody have any questions for Mr. Regan?
Ryan, if you run into anything you need help with or need an extra hand or an extra body, please raise your hand.
All right, we'll do.
How did student interns work out this summer?
Really well. I was actually talking to Jim, and there was some. I think they turned out better than the temporary help that we paid for in the past through the IU. I think is who we hired guy through last year or the year before. So it worked really well. It really made things go a lot smoother. Got a handle on our inventory. Everything was done correctly, renamed correctly. For probably the first time since I've been here, so it really worked out well.
Mr. Brock?
Everyone is coming in tomorrow to start our back-to-school training that we do every year. We're going to mainly be focused on sanitation and safety, but we also need to do a civil rights training for everyone. Also, I got certified to teach the Serve Safe class, so later in the year we'll be certifying all the employees to get their certificate in food safety. And also working on a new computer program. It's going to help us with forecasting for our production and menu planning. So it should cut back on our waste and help us with ordering and all that too.
That concludes our administrative reports.
Thank you. Do our principal and assistant principal want to give us the last minute update, how things go, and going to catch your breath?
The things went pretty well. We had a wonderful attendance this evening. I think I'd estimate about 90 families. We had about 15 students, about 10 teachers that all participated. Had a nice ice cream social. And I think the first memory of the students is a positive one. I'm looking to gather some feedback from them on the first couple of days. I'm looking forward to a good year. It was very nice to have Mrs. Gattuso introduce her to the team. I apologize for not being able to be in two places at once.
You're good.
Thank you for your
Work on it,
understanding.
please. You're good, but you're not bad.
So that's about it.
And that concludes administrative reports.
Excellent. All right. Moving on to the rest of the meeting then. Under the miscellaneous section, I'll entertain a motion to approve the additions to the 2016-2017 conference and field trip requests as presented. Do I have such a motion?
So moved.
Moved by the second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Under section 2, finance. Under section 2, finance, I'll entertain a motion to approve 3 items. Number 1, the treasurer's report for the month of July 2016 as presented. Number 2, the July 2016 bills in the amount of $1,712,311.17. Number 3, 2015-2016 end-of-year financial report as submitted by Aramark Educational Services. I have a motion for those 3 items. So moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Section 3, personnel. I'll entertain a motion to approve 7 items. Number 1, the additions to the 2016-2017 supplemental athletic list. Number 2, the additions to the 2016-2017 day-to-day substitute list. Number 3, the resignation of high school nurse Holly Kasanovich, effective at a date to be determined. Number 4, employee Carrie Summer for a 1-hour per week position as a physical education and health instructor for the secondary student in an IEP plan. The teacher will be paid at the per diem rate. Number 5, assign Pamela Stone to the 6-hour per week position to provide math and English services to a secondary student with an IEP plan. The teacher will be paid at the per diem rate. Number 6, to award professional employee contracts to the following teachers as a result of 3 years of satisfactory service in the district. Allison Feckety, Jennifer Harger, Nathan Milsom, Kirsten Tatara. And number 7, award the position of cafeteria van driver to Angelita Wynn, effective August 19th, 2016, under the terms of the Secretary Cafeteria Aids Bargaining Agreement. Do I have a motion for those 7 items?
So moved.
Moved by the second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Identify any others?
I have a question. Did we get clarification for number 1, the supplemental athletic? Did we get clarification about what position Mr. Nichols is filling?
Good question. I don't know if we have it. We will.
I believe it's football. Yeah, it's football. Yeah.
Is the junior high?
It says on the coaching application when it's sort of tagged as football.
Right, but it's not on the others.
This,
Okay.
right.
That is where the is going to. Okay.
So if it's not, we'll report next, for the next meeting, but we believe that's
Okay.
Thank you.
the question. Good catch. Any other questions for that motion? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Under section 4, policies, I'll entertain a motion to approve the second and final reading of policy numbers 110 to 125 per the full policy review and recommendation of PSBA. Do I have such a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Does any director have old business to discuss?
One thing,
Yes, ma'am.
it looks so good out there today with no cars on the other side except one. So the buses come through and all this stuff. So, is there any other talk about just people not parking on the, and literally like all cars were doing so well and there was plenty of parking in the actual parking lot and just one person is parked right where the doors are. Like,
I forget, did we paint out there this summer? Or this Dennis, when we paint? We talked about painting
yeah, something, 'cause I
the
just,
curbs and painting, yeah.
since we
I
start
got
this school
followed.
year,
Okay.
I don't think we did any out there yet.
yeah, that might be just because the school year starting again, and we can just readdress that before it becomes an issue.
Sure.
Because everybody's good, just,
Yep.
and I'm gonna push the car, but I'm not gonna halt, so.
Cheeky.
Yeah.
In the box.
We can put them together as a school board.
Okay, good point, thank you. Any other old business from the director? If not, any new business from the director?
I don't know if this is in business. Maybe I should do it. I just wanted to compliment, I'm sorry Dennis wasn't here tonight, but I think they did a great job on Crafton Elementary. Trimming the trees so you can actually see Crafton Elementary.
Yeah.
On getting rid of, there was kind of a tree, dead, weed. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just, it's a lot more inviting, and I saw them doing a lot of work down there. Some filling some cracks and others, and things like that, and that's much appreciated. I just want to let those folks know. It's noticed and appreciated.
Good point. We'll pass that along.
I'll pass it on.
Any other new business from the director? Nope, we'll move on. Open forum. Anyone in the audience have an open forum item they'd like to bring up?
Along that same line, I'd like to say, for Ms. Frisk, putting up the little libraries, they look great at the school, and also in Crafton, and it looks really nice, so thanks to
Where
her
do you have it
for
located?
that work. It's right outside
Is
the
it by
school.
Footlocker?
Yeah, it looks really nice.
And there's one at Carlynton, did you see?
We have had all three spaces.
Excellent.
That was really nice. They look really nice.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, wish it the audience, but I have a couple of things for the audience.
Sure. No one in the audience has spoken, so I think you're up. Go for it.
Just the summer program is really good this year, for any, it's for everybody, but I know they held it there. And then also the 7th grade, you guys did a great job with the orientation, I was there for the first half. It was just good, because my son made me put my hand over his heart, because his heart was literally beating out of his chest. He was like, oh. So he was really nervous about it, and that kind of eased things in. I love how students that were there were there, the teachers that were supporting everybody, he had to stand up and take a tour, so he feels very comfortable. I think he did a very good job of putting it all together. So thank you.
Amen.
There he is right there.
It's all in that line.
There you go.
Yeah. He looked at everybody.
Any other director have, any open forum items, or do you have additional items? No? Any other director? All right. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.